There has to be more to life than working 6 days a week.
I'm fucking exhausted. And I just wanna smoke weed, baby.
America's designed to break you.
Bro, I don't have enough money to be going to work. Like, I literally don't have money for lunch. I don't have money for gas. Like, I don't have money to be going to work. Like,
how are we at work broke?
When I say I'm broke, I'm really broke. Like,
I have to clock in for my 4:30 shift. Even though I love my job, but why do I always have work tomorrow?
People think, oh, these kids are so burned out, they're just lazy. It's like, no, they're working 40 hours a week, but at the end of the month, they have nothing to show for it.
People are working longer hours more than ever before just to survive in America. Some are even obligated to have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, work 9 to 5, come home and still gotta go do some work. And this is the land of America. You're telling me America? Why America cannot take care of its own people? And this is the richest country in the world. If America could, people will be working 4 hours, 2 days, 2 days. That's it. And everybody will contribute in a way that we can sustain life. But this is unsustainable. That's why people now are choosing to sleep in their car or in tent or even ditch everything out, flee another country. And this is the land of America. Something need to change, man. Something need to change, definitely, because this is not sustainable. I myself, I'm telling you, I've been burnt out from work every day, grinding every day, trying to chase a dollar. But sooner I get it, it pays bills again, or my car breakdown, or tires, or another spent bill. Never get ahead. Never get ahead. That's why sometimes you have to think what's best in your life. Yeah, so if you are new here, make sure you subscribe, comment, and hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. Yeah, all right. So yeah, let's watch this video and make sure you guys tune in for more episodes. Thank you.
I'm not having a good day. Mentally, I'm beat up. I'm tired. Man, I'm tired. There has to be more to life than working 6 days a week. I don't know who to talk to, so I'm talking to you guys because then I don't have to worry about my tone or the way whatever I try to get out of my mind, how it comes across. 6 days a week I work. I drive roughly 4 hours a day to go to work, to work and to home. I can't tell you the last time I went on a trip, been to the beach. I love the beach. To me, in my personal experience, there's nothing better than the beach.
America's designed to break you. And that's what it's doing. It's functioning the way they designed it. It's breaking all of us. It's not normal for us to be dealing with this much depression, this much worry, this much anxiety, but this is how they designed it. They put us in school when we're 5. And then you get out here and you post to work until you're 70. And then after that, you get to enjoy it.
y'all, I'm literally gonna start taking off the week after I get paid because it's like, bro, I don't have enough money to be going to work. Like, I literally don't have money for lunch. I don't have money for gas. Like, I don't have money to be going to work. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm like, during the week where I don't get paid, I can't do shit. Like, I cannot go to work. I'm getting to that point. Like, I'm gonna go look at my PTO and I'm literally gonna just schedule like these weeks to be short because it's like I don't have enough money to be going to work, coming home. I'm like, no, like, I'm scared. Like, something's gonna happen with my cars. Like, I don't have money to pay for that. If that does happen, like, no, like, I'm not doing this shit.
Fire me, motherfucker. Take a house. Take the car. Take the truck. I don't give a fuck. I don't know if I'm losing my mind or fucking opening it.
good morning. Let's have a coffee conversation. I don't have my coffee, but I'm curious. What kind of broke are you? Because there are different levels to being broke. Now, me personally, I'm going to tell you what kind of broke I am. When I say I'm broke, I'm really broke. Like, if I say, I only got $20. Like, I literally have $20. I have some friends who will say they got 20, but really, like, they got a savings account, they got a credit card, not the same level of broke. You know, their broke might be they can't take 2 vacations this year, they can only take 1, or, you know, something like that. I'm not on that level of broke. My level is different. I've been long time broke. You know, it hits different. So I'm just curious, what kind of broke are you?
I'm always working, but I'm still poor. I'm exhausted and can't sleep. I just wanna smoke weed, baby. When it all comes down to, I just wanna be high, high, high.
Yo, I'm tired of working for these companies. It's like no matter how hard you work, you never have enough. And no matter how hard you work, it's never appreciated and it's never good enough. Because no matter how much work you put in, they always expect more. Like, I'm tired of paying bills. I'm tired of paying this car note. I'm tired of paying this car insurance. I'm tired of paying for health insurance. I'm tired of paying taxes. It's to the point where it's like, yo, why am I even paying taxes? Who am I giving this money to? I pay taxes just so y'all can send it overseas to Ukraine and other countries while people over here are starving and hungry. And then people will say, well, you know, if you don't pay your student loans and your bills, your credit gonna be fucked up. Bitch, my credit score already fucked up. I can barely afford to buy myself something to eat. And you think I'm worried about a credit score? You think I'm worried about a credit score? Fuck that credit score, man.
You know, nobody wants to work anymore, working 40 hours and having to choose between groceries and gas money. Like, who wants to work?
Don't ask me what day it is, just know I have work tomorrow. Don't ask me what day is. I have work tomorrow. I always have work tomorrow. It could be the day I die. Oh, I have to clock in for my 4:30 shift. Even though I love my job, but why do I always have work tomorrow?
I woke up this morning and I'm thinking to myself, I'm fucking exhausted. I am tired. I'm burning it from both ends of the candle, and I'm working my full-time job. I'm training clients at the gym early in the morning and late at night. I am training myself. I am working on this podcast and editing that. I'm fucking exhausted. And I know that I just have to get up and keep going, because nobody's going to fucking do it for me. Nobody's going to pay my bills. Nobody's going to take care of Nicholas's tuition. It's just all me. It's all me. And I just know that I got to fucking keep going. That's how I'm feeling today. Sorry.
Is anyone else at work broke? All my coworkers, even me, were like, how much money do you have left over after we just got paid? Everybody has change. $1 and some change. 3 digits. How we at work broke? We work at Walmart. We can't even get a beverage.
Disrespectfully, I don't give a crap that you can't afford groceries when you have the new iPhone and a Coach bag on your shoulder.
And work is the problem, because why when I get home, it's like a weight lifted off me. I tell you, like, I'll be straight going through when I'm at work, because I just don't want to be there. I'll be frustrated. As soon as I get in the house, I just feel like a weight was lifted off of me. I showered. Now I'm laying in my bed. I just feel so much better. But, oh, yeah, work is the problem. Work is 100% the problem. And it's crazy because I ain't gonna never complain about being a homebody. I ain't gonna never complain about being home too much, because home is where I want to be. The only place I want to be is home or on vacation. I don't want to be nowhere else.
No, who really had the bright idea to have a job? Like, to have to work 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it, bro. God, y'all couldn't think of nothing else? Like, who did this? You couldn't think of how we gonna get rich? Like, let's just be rich at 2. Like, you couldn't think of anything? Like, if you just thought, let's go work, let's get jobs, let's create, like, bro, I'm so tired of fucking going to work. But I'm sitting at work right now. It's the only way to make my money. I'm so tired of going, but I'm gonna keep on going. Shit, and whoever came up with it, like, we cannot ever be friends. Like, cause you couldn't think to make me rich? Like, come on now. Golly, I can't wait for retirement.
People think, oh, these kids are so burned out, they're just lazy. It's like, no, they're working 40 hours a week, but at the end of the month, they have nothing to show for it. So if you're not making any progress and you look back 5 years and go, damn, I made $300,000 in the last 5 years, or I made $400,000 in the last 5 years, and I have nothing. If anything, I have $25,000 in debt. That's going to create burnout because you feel like you just put in 5 years of work and have nothing to show for it. And we still have people blaming them that, well, the reason you're broke is because of the coffee. It's like, no, it's the 25% inflation that we've faced that just destroyed people's spending power. It's the 30% increase in rent prices where people are spending 40% of their money on rent. You're still being taxed 20, 25, 30%. People just don't have any money. People aren't having kids. They're not being able to start families. People are struggling financially, fighting financially. Relationships are suffering. This is all decline in living standards. You realize millennials with degrees are living with roommates into their 30s, not having kids? How do you have a Thanksgiving in a 900 square foot apartment? How do you have a dog and go play in the backyard and make memories with your kids? I was living in an apartment complex just 2.5 years ago. Tons of kids. They may do, but they're all playing on the cement floors in the hallway because they don't have a yard. Because houses are $400,000. Humans are good at adapting, but there's a fine line between adapting and being taken advantage of, and I think we're being taken advantage of.
I've been so broke working as many hours as I could, just didn't have the right job. And I don't know if it was inflation or what, but there was one week I didn't know how I was going to put food on the table because I literally had no money after paying the bills. And I opened up my mailbox and have no idea who did it to this day. There was a $100 gift card to Price Chopper in my mailbox. I've been that broke before.
You know, I wouldn't even mind working if it allowed me to pay my bills and still have some money left over. But the reason why I hate working is because I'm doing all this for literally nothing. And that's what it feels like. It feels like I go to work 40 hours a week, sometimes plus, sometimes 10-hour days, whatever, however many hour days, for absolutely nothing, just to pay bills and then be looking stupid for the next week and a half before I can get another paycheck. Like, that's the problem. The problem isn't necessarily the work. It's that we don't get paid enough to work. Like, we don't get paid enough to work. We don't get paid enough to live. That's the problem.
Why can't we get by in this country anymore just working one fucking job like our parents and grandparents did? But when did survival become a group project? Everybody's so quick to yell, just work harder, grind more, pick a side hustle. But the real question is, why the hell should we have to? Why is one full-time job no longer enough to afford food, rent, and peace of mind? Why are we working 50, 60 hours a week away from our families and, still checking our bank apps like we committed a crime? Why is owning a home now treated like some luxury fantasy instead of the bare minimum of our parents achieved with a high school diploma and a single paycheck? Why are people forced to DoorDash after 10-hour shifts just to afford eggs, gas, and maybe prescription medicine, maybe even diapers? Why do people celebrate people working for themselves into exhaustion, but shame them for admitting they're struggling? Why do we keep pretending this is normal? You shouldn't need a second job to just keep your head above water. You shouldn't have to burn out just to barely get by. Why is everything rising except our wages? This isn't laziness. This isn't lack of ambition. I mean, this is like a system designed to drain you and convince you that it's your fault. I mean, it's not your fault. You're not behind. We're being buried alive and then told.
We've been brainwashed to work our lives away. I've worked in construction for over 12 years now. It took me 2 years to get a raise recently. It was 2.4%, and inflation went up more than my raise. And somehow we've just accepted that as normal. They take and they take and they take and we never get. It's like the old adage, give an inch, take a mile. That's what they do with work, especially in construction. Like they start out with a job and you're working 8-hour days, and then it gets bumped up to 9s, and then you start working 9 hours a day, and then that becomes normal, and then in my experience, and you get on another job, and this job's got a bit of a push, right? We need to start working longer days, and then you get into the 10s, and now 10s are normal, and then everybody's working 10 hours a day. Well, now we're on another job, and this job is very high profile, and it has to be done by a certain date, and there's all these deadlines, but it's like 8 months long, but now it's 12-hour days. And it's because you've continually given more and more, but they're never going to give it back. They're never going to give you your time back. You've essentially allowed it to happen, right? If nobody steps up and nobody says, "Hey, I'm not interested in working this much. I don't want to work this much," then nothing is going to change if nobody says that. If you just continually keep showing up and they just see you're getting a bit more fatigued and you're a bit more tired, but the work is still getting done, nobody cares. Nobody's ever going to say like, "Hey guys, I know we've been working 11-hour days, but we're going to go back to doing 9s because it's better for your mental health and it gives you guys more time to do things." That's not how it works. All the workforce sees is production. So all they see is, hey, we've got a company now that works 12-hour days and we're getting 12 hours of work done. While, say, other companies are only doing 10. So we're beating everybody. So we're going to keep ramping this up and we're going to keep going because now we've found something that works.
Truth be told, a lot of us do not have another 30 to 40 years to invest in the workforce. Like, we're struggling now. You think I'm gonna be getting my ass up every fucking day for the next 30 years? I'm only gonna be 35 in a couple weeks. I'm gonna have to work a whole nother lifetime. No, absolutely not.
Man, fuck working every single day just to be able to survive. I don't want to fucking survive. I want to fucking thrive. Everybody's saying, "Oh, you need to get another job, and you'll be able to make more money." Why the fuck should I have to fucking work so goddamn hard? I've broken my back and busted my fucking knuckles for 30 fucking years. For what? So I could have a social security payment one day, which can't match the inflation that we have in the United States of America? Fuck that shit. Why the fuck am I working for corporate America? I don't have any fucking retirement benefits that are worth a shit. Because, stock prices are up. Yay. But I don't see stock prices. I got a 401k, but it's not worth a shit. Meanwhile, everybody's like, "Yay, Elon Musk is going to be a trillionaire. He's going to have 1/4 of the fucking profit the United States makes in a year. 1/4 of it. And you guys are okay with that. Billionaires shouldn't fucking exist. You keep working fucking harder and sucking the boss's dick, and he'll make sure that he gets another Corvette next year while you drive around in your fucking Pinto getting fucked. This is a fucked up system. I shouldn't have to work so hard. Where's my goddamn fucking socialized health care? Why am I paying 32% in taxes and I have fuck all to show for it? And you guys are okay with it. We fought because of tax on tea leaves, and now we can't even fucking scratch our asses without paying money. This is fucking bullshit, and everybody fucking knows it. But everybody's just gonna get on their comment section and la-di-da-di. Fuck you. Fuck you all for just being complacent. Silence emboldens the oppressor. Silence emboldens the oppressor, right? And everybody's just quick to be quick fucking silent. Fuck you.
I'm tired of feeling burnt out, working 2 jobs.
made 6 figures. People don't want to admit this, but you can make 6 figures and still be stressing financially. You think money solves all your problems, but it doesn't change this, right? And ask me how I know. Number one, lifestyle inflation. I got some more money. I got paid more. I look up and say, hey, I need a new bag. I need a new car. I could live in a nicer place, a nicer area. I can afford the little trinkets that I really like, so more packages to the crib. I can afford to eat out now, so let me do that. I can afford to get a few drinky drinks while I'm out, so let me do that. The thing is, your income can grow, but if your expenses grow at the same rate, you're just able to maintain expensive bills. Number two, not having a plan for my money. I had a couple different savings accounts, right? Checking, savings. That was it. I wasn't really focused on investing too much. I wasn't focused on let me create a plan. I was at first really good at buying things with my credit card and then paying it off immediately. And then I started financing more things. And then the plan went out the window because the plan was real loosey-goosey to begin with. Spending, unexpected spending. Bills, unexpected bills, or higher bills now, right? Because I done got all these things that I can afford now. Subscriptions that I completely forgot about. By the end of the month, I'll be like, where is my money? I ate it, I wore it. I sure as hell didn't save it though. So as it turns out, vibes aren't a real financial strategy. Number three, I thought future Dr. Taylor would be able to fix everything. I'll pay for it later. I'll think about it later. I'll devise a plan later. I'll watch this video later. I'll read up on it later. Meanwhile, interest is doing what interest does best as time goes by, accrues, and collecting rent. Remember, and take it from me, high income does not equal automatic wealth. You need a system. And the gag is, nobody tells you it's actually easy to make money, but it's hard to maintain it. You can make good money and still be broke.
There's only so long that you can keep people quiet before they stop asking nicely. You can gaslight them with this is just how life is. You can distract them with the holidays, the headlines, the hashtags. But sooner than later, people start looking at their paychecks and their bills and realize that this ain't fucking living. It's complete bullshit. We did everything that they said that would make us fine, and somehow we're still fucked. We're working ourselves into the ground just to stay broke. We got politicians full of shit, pointing fingers at everything but themselves, while they cash these checks from the same corporations that are bleeding the rest of us dry. We've got billionaires playing God with the economy, and people skipping meals just to afford gas for work. And somehow we're the problem. Get the fuck out of here. They've divided everyone so much that people forgot who the real enemy is. It's not your neighbor, it's not your coworker. It's the system that feeds off both of you struggling. And the cracks are showing, man. People are done pretending that this shit is normal. Done pretending that survival means success. Because this whole thing doesn't collapse when the rich lose money. It collapses when the rest of us stop fucking playing along. And that moment's coming. You can feel it. Every pissed off sigh, every empty wallet, every what the fuck happened conversation. It's all adding up. And when it finally hits, they're not gonna know what the fuck to do.
And you know what else nobody talks about? Nobody talks about how you put your health on the back burner to stress a 9-to-5 work culture. Nobody talks about that. Like, there'll be times that I'll make an appointment or it'll be an emergency appointment that they can just get me in because I've waited for an issue to just let it go so long because I didn't want to leave work. And then I'll get like then I'll just feel like shit for leaving work, or I'll get a rebuttal that makes me feel like shit for leaving work. And it's like, nobody has any idea how long you put off that doctor's appointment. Nobody has any idea how long you couldn't afford to go to the doctor. Like, and I just want more people like in big companies and other places to realize that your employees are literally missing their appointments. They're literally neglecting their health because they can't afford to take a day off and go to the doctor. And this in America is a problem, and it's everywhere. Okay, it's everywhere. There's no reason why a mother or a father or a parent should have to choose Like, my son had to go for lead testing 2 weeks ago. I couldn't take him, so I had to reschedule. I couldn't take him because I knew that it was going to make me have 2 days where I had to leave work early. And I didn't want to hear nobody's mouth, and I also didn't want to miss out on the pay because I wasn't going to be able to make my fucking bills. Do you understand? Like, I need everybody in America to hear me right now, and I need the employers to hear me, okay? I need y'all to hear me. People are literally putting their health on the back burner for y'all's companies. And this has nothing to do with the company that I work for now. This is in general. As somebody that's been in a high position, and I'm looking back and I'm thinking about how many times I set my... Same thing with my tooth. My tooth was hurting for a month. I could not. The only hours that they had were office hours. I could not keep taking off to go to the dentist. I cannot physically afford it. And how many times is my employer going to allow that?
I'm so burnt out from work that even on the weekends, I do not feel like I am resting. And that's the thing. I take vacations. Like, I have weekends off. It's not like I'm working like 24 hours a day or anything like that. Like, I have my off time. But it's not a matter of like physical exhaustion. It's like mental exhaustion. So even if I have like time off and I'm just like resting, I'm like at home or whatever, I still feel like I'm not resting. So does anybody have any ideas for what to do about burnout? Because your girl is so burnt out that she's burnt to a crisp.
In 16 days, I have only had 1 day off of work. I'm tired mentally, physically. I'm burnt out. It is 3:30 in the morning and I am getting ready to head off to work at the sheriff's office. And if you're new here, my name is Jamie. I'm a single mom to 4 and I work 4 jobs. My full-time job, I'm a 911 dispatcher, also a content creator, and my 2 part-time jobs, I waitress. Being tired is an understatement. The way I feel some days, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Some days, like, I feel like I got so much going on in my head, and then some days I just feel blank, like I'm just a body and I'm just showing up. I'm literally living one day at a time, step by step, day by day. That's how I live my life. I'm literally just like, just get through this day, Jamie, till tomorrow. Get through tomorrow till the next day, and the next day, and the next day. But through all the headaches, mind racing, blank thoughts, feeling empty, feeling anxious, I push through because it is just me. But
y'all, can we talk about how frustrating it is being a young adult right now? I literally was just reading a study that said more and more people 35 and under are living with their parents, and this is not because they want to, it's because we literally cannot afford anything. Here I am with 2 degrees, working on my 3rd, doing everything people told us to do, go to school, get an education, work hard, and I still don't make the type of money that I know I'm capable of making. And it's crazy because I can't even get hired for a job that I'm qualified for. And what gets me is people keep saying nobody wants to work. No, that's not true. People do want to work. The jobs aren't there. Have y'all noticed that a lot of these summer jobs that used to be filled by a lot of teenagers are now being worked by people in their 20s and 30s? And before anybody takes this the wrong way, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. People are literally doing what they have to do to survive. But in reality is most of these jobs, they are not designed to support someone trying to pay rent, trying to buy a home, or just build a future. Now, here's where it becomes one big cycle. Many people that are 60 and older literally cannot afford to retire because the cost of living has gotten so high. So since they can't retire, a lot of the higher paid position jobs don't open up as often. And because these jobs aren't opening up, young adults like me cannot move into careers that they're qualified for. So most of the time we end up taking like entry-level jobs or seasonal jobs just to make ends meet. And then I feel bad because the teenagers who would normally work these type of jobs have fewer opportunities to earn money or just gain work experience in general. But again, this is not the whole story either. Housing costs have skyrocketed. Groceries are expensive. Rent is way through the roof. Inflation has made everyday life harder. And many of these companies have just slowed down hiring people. They have been cutting a lot of positions, and they're asking for years of experience while offering an entry-level pay. And then I feel bad because you have people that do have these degrees and experience and the willingness to work, but they are also struggling to find opportunities as well. Again, everything is connected. Like I said earlier, we're constantly told to work hard, go to school, network, keep applying, and trust me, I've been doing all of this, but I'm still fighting to get an opportunity that I work so hard for. It's like, at what point do we start to admit that this isn't just about people not wanting to work? At what point do we acknowledge that the economy and the job market is making it incredibly difficult for an entire generation just to get ahead? Like, I really want to know, when does this get better? When does life change? Because it feels like so many of us are doing everything we have been told to do, checking every box, and we still can't afford a place to call our own.
There's no question that America at its best is a land of opportunity. And if you bust your ass, you can live your own personal dream. However, it has gotten way too hard. Underemployment is the least talked about, most powerful thing in our economy. More people are working harder than they ever have. I'll tell you what it means. And look, that's part of the problem.
I don't know what that is. What's underemployment?
Here's underemployment. Unemployment is who has a job. Underemployment is how good is the job. And more Americans are working more hours for less, working multiple jobs, and they are not getting the wage growth to keep up with prices, so they can't save.
Then why don't they do something? Why don't they do something about it? So
they
community
are.
college
They're
is free
working
across the
more
board.
than ever.
No,
they
no,
don't
no,
have
no,
time
no,
to
no.
go to community college.
They don't have time. Okay.
They're
The
working
community
multiple
college system,
jobs. When you and I grew up in Queens, Bill, one middle-class income was enough for a whole family and a pace for home ownership. Now you got both parents working and sometimes one of the kids.
It's a different time now, okay? So community college is free across the board. So if you're not making any money in your job, okay, maybe you want to figure out a better job. Get more skills. Just driving an Uber in New York City, you can pile up some serious cash. Just driving an automobile, okay? So I don't know what this underemployment is. I worked at jobs where I wasn't fairly paid, okay? And I got another job because I knew I was getting hosed.